Started.
Hi you guys, I hope you've had a good week, because my week was the shittiest ever. Yeah, besides the fact that I had a very positive result on my mammogram, so that's the only good thing that happened last week, and I'm very happy about that. But apart from that, my phone got stolen on last Thursday, and I lost all of my pictures. And no, I did not save anything anywhere besides some pictures that I had on my laptop. But it basically means that I have no pictures left of Nori from probably 6 months and up. And I was actually gonna do this today and just pretend it as if last week didn't happen and just like get on with the regular schedule. And this is actually a lip mask and a sheet mask, because I've never done those as well. Fuck. Why is this so hard for me? So when my phone got stolen, I was so emotional and so sad. I like literally cried all day that day. I cried at the coffee shop where it happened. I cried on my bike on the way home, almost got hit by a car because I wasn't paying attention. And like, anyways, at some point I realized that those tears weren't only for those pictures and those memories that were lost, but it was, the sadness was a lot deeper than that, and it was also about my depression. And I think it was the first time since I had this sickness that I felt actual sadness about it. And okay, get it together. The thing is, I was always very angry. I was like angry at myself for getting it, angry at the sickness itself. And I've never allowed any sadness about it, because the sad part about being depressed is that, you know, you sort of, you lose a part of yourself. You lose your entire self, actually. And I think that day I realized how much I've lost in those years and in this sickness. And even though, like, with therapy and writing and everything that I try to do to get better, you can try as hard as you can, but at some point you have to realize that you probably will never go back to the way it was or the way you were before. And I actually also don't want to go back to that, but I think it's just that, you know, when you break up with someone and your heart is broken and you somehow having memories of how good that person was or whatever, even though they were kind of a shitty person. I think I am mourning a part of myself that is gone, but also realizing that there's still like a little girl inside of me that is so traumatized and so scared and so like stuck and is not able to get like to break free, you know, no matter how hard I try. I think I've been trying to survive for so long, like not even in this depression, but way before that. And I've had a very traumatic childhood, and that just had me in survival mode since I was at a very young age. And I think I've managed to like survive all of these years by just having my own coping mechanisms, my own ways of dealing with shit. And even though I was able to like pass exams, get good grades, have jobs, function, and all that sort of stuff, there was still this dark part of me which is now very present. And like that dark part took over when my depression really kicked in. And all of these years I was able to keep that darkness, or you know, those voices, everything sort of in a box somewhere in the back of my mind or brain or whatever. And at some point it was just too much, and it came out like the beast was loose, and it just swallowed me, like my entire everything. And now I'm here. And yeah, and on that day I think I realized what happened, and not only what happened on that particular day, but just what happened in the years leading up to falling into a deep depression, and also like the past couple of years dealing with the depression, but also like having a baby while being depressed, and always having some type of guilt about it, like the fear that it might affect Nori when he grows up, or that I'm not a good mom. And that's why I was also sad about those pictures, because when you have a depression, you're never like really in the moment. I'm always occupied about what's gonna happen next, what happened just now, like a week ago or a day ago or 30 minutes ago. So I'm never really present, and that makes it very hard for me to focus on stuff, but also to have like real memories of things, because I forget a lot since I'm not always there when it happens, like in my mind. And taking pictures of Nori for me was like a way of helping my memory, like, okay, I might forget this, so at least I'll have a picture to look back at. And now that it's all gone, it's like, oh, that whole part of me is gone, because I'm not gonna be able to remember it. So yeah, and I think I'm also sad about that is so hard for me, like to memorize things. You feel dumb most of the times because my brain is like not functioning as it used to function. And that's so fucking frustrating. I just don't think that people realize how hard it is to deal with this and live a normal life. It's not trusting your gut feeling anymore. Really not able to focus on multiple things. It makes it a lot harder to get like stuff done, and you don't get what's going on around you. If you're like here, then you're probably not even really here with what you're doing, but you're also not here, here, and there. So, you know, you already feel shitty, and then you make yourself feel even shittier is not very helpful. And I blame myself for everything that goes wrong. But I keep like going through what happened, and it's not helping me, and it's not gonna change the outcome. It's doing nothing but like messing with my mind and making me feel worse. So, and I'm not able to stop it. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's just fucked up, man. That's just what it is. And I'm not able to explain like the core of this in English, but because English is not my first language, it's my fourth language or something, or my, I don't know. Yeah, it's my fourth language. So I feel like everything I say is so much slower, and I'm already slower as is right now, and then doing it in another language makes it even harder for me to process everything. So but yeah, I've never chosen the easy way, I guess. But in the end, no matter like what happened on that day and how I felt, the weird thing was, I'm not sure if you've read The Alchemist, but it's one of my favorite books. And there's, I don't know what the exact line is, but it's like the, what is it? The darkest hour is the hour before the sun rises. And it's like a test to just make sure that everything you've learned along the way comes together at that point, and that you don't give up, because it's so easy to give up, especially when there's like multiple shitty things happening, or, you know, even if you're not depressed, but like people go through their shit, and it's so easy to be like, fuck this shit, screw you guys, I'm going home. But I know that I'm not gonna give up. When those words went through my mind, I felt sort of at ease, like, okay, there's still hope, and there's still a way to get out of this. And the fact that that is still present, that part of me is also still present, even though it's like a really teeny tiny part that doesn't have the same loudness as all those other voices. It's like in Sister Act, I don't know what that sister, what her name was, but she had like a very tiny voice, and then Whoopi Goldberg had to teach her how to use her voice and stand out in the crowd. Well, that is that teeny tiny voice inside of me, and I think I need to find that voice and figure out a way how to make her heard, and like to hear myself again, and hopefully just be able to tune out all of those other voices. Yeah, that would be really nice. Okay, I'm not gonna cry anymore. I'm done crying. I really don't want to cry any longer. I hate crying, by the way. Okay, I just want to wish you guys a nice day, and I'm gonna be back next week with something new, with an actual first. I think this was in a way a first as well, sort of a confession or whatever. And I think I'm gonna do more of these talks. It's like fun to vlog about having a massage, or bungee jumping or whatever. But I think there are so much more important things that can be addressed and can actually be helpful to people. There's so much shit that I need to get off my chest, so I thought maybe I should have more of these talks. And yes, I will try to like prepare myself for the actual talk so I can get my point across in maybe 5 minutes instead of like, I don't know how long this is gonna take. But you know what? I'm tired. I don't know what time it is. We don't have a clock here, so I don't know why I'm looking around 4 o'clock, but I need to pick up Nori in a bit from daycare. So yeah, man, it's been real. It's been unreal. I think I was not expecting it to go this way, but you know what? It is what it is. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. Have a nice day. I hope to see you next week after this. with these. Let's see how that goes. Maybe, oh yeah, maybe I can do a talk with this on, but it must not be like a very serious topic because it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, but I think it could be fun. We'll see. Okay, bye.
Honey.
Oh, I hate talking in the camera. I don't know why. Why? What is wrong with you, woman?